Hey YouTubers, this is Adam Siren Ventures, and I got something a big surprise I wanted to show you all that my dad got it for us. Not just for me, but for just me and my dad and everybody. I'm gonna show you this. This is so cool. Now listen to this. If you guys know what the sound is, it's very powerful, and I'll take a guess what it is. Dun dun dun. Here we have a 3D printer. Yep. I will be using a 3D printer for printing some sirens, and miniature sirens in the near future. But yeah, that's just part of my dad's project. Just don't worry about that. But here's a blue filament. Here's a pink and purple filament. The glare one. And here's the I think it's a little darker greenish color filament right there, as you can see. Yeah. And here's some tubes. Here's some small 4 tubes right there, as you can see. Those little small tubes are filaments that will project whatever the models we make. As you can see, the little wheel spins. That can create everything. Look at that. It's drawing around. Not drawing, but like tracing around it to make it look beautiful. But yeah, that's just one of my dad's project, like I said. So yeah, I will be using this printer. I'm going to start printing some sirens, but I'm not sure yet. But it will be probably in the near future. Not tomorrow, not next week, maybe in the future. I'm not totally sure yet. I will be printing my first 2T22, 3T22, STH10, STL10, ACA, Cyclone, and the Screamer, and the Sentry, and 2001 130, SRN, DC, SRNB, and even Equinox, similar to 130, 2001 130. I'm also gonna print is the alerter. I'm not totally sure about the alerter. I don't know if I'm not really good at making lots of siren models, but I might in the near future. I'm gonna make my own Thunderbolt first, and possibly in the near future, I might see if I can create a 3D print miniature wheelins, 2910, Vortex, 4004, 4008, 3000, 3016, any other wheelins to make. Modulator, and then ferrocell modulators, and the I-Force, and also the SC-T128s and T121s. I'm not totally sure. I don't think I want to make too much sirens to make, but because it takes lots of hours. Because I had to let someone take in turns for printing some stuff. But yeah, it took a lot of hours for create this model up there. But yeah, that's just the model that's just my dad's model project. But in the future, I will be doing my projects for making sirens, miniature sirens. And I'm also gonna find some wires and find some DC motors and the gear motors. The DC motors for sound, motors for the blower, and the motors for the rotation. rotating sirens. I think what I'm gonna make first is a 3D print Dallas Thunderbolt 1000. I might try to, but we'll see. But yeah, I will be making my first Thunderbolt 1000, 1000T, 1003 with the solenoids, and yeah, and I'll demonstrate what it sounds like. And I'll make the 2T or 3T22. I'll make a 2001 130 SRN 130. I mean the SRNB, DC, AC, roundback, any types of sirens, T128, alerter, and many more. But yeah, here it says FlashForce AD5X. But yeah. So yeah, what do you guys think? My dad got for us our first 3D printer. Cool, huh? Looks like it's getting there. Well, not yet, but it takes a long time. But yeah. As you can see, there's a little machine that traces around it, and that traces around it. Pretty cool, huh? Here's the big white tubes for it. That connects to the filaments to make it how it draws, like trace around it to make a model, to make a 3D model. But yeah. So yeah, like I said, maybe in the near future, I will probably make my own sirens. I don't know yet. But, and possibly the Super Cyrix. I'm not totally sure. I'm not really a big fan of Super Cyrix, by the way. Even the ACA Hurricane, yeah. Very similar to the Thunderbolt one, but yeah. That's just the Eagle. Or something. Eagle or something, I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, this is my first 3D printer that I'm going to print some sirens in the near future. Miniature Sirens. I might not gonna make it too big, but I might make it a little bit smaller. Maybe not too big, but maybe a little bit smaller. So yeah, this is our first 3D printer, and I'm going to print some sirens stuff. But maybe, I don't know yet. I'm just going to say maybe, because I don't know when yet if I'm able to make sirens. I need to figure out how these sirens that will fit perfectly. If I can design the size, how you size the model. If I can use a 3D printer, and if I'm able to use like a DC motors to stick the DC motor that will fit into the chopper, and to figure out how to, if anybody comment below how you're able to make the DC motors, if I get one, the DC motors, and see how the DC motor will fit to a siren perfectly. Excuse me. And then I'm gonna start using a motors for a blower, a DC motor for sound, any kinds of motors for a rotation, and motors for the blower for a Thunderbolt. Yeah, and some little flasher clickers for solenoids to make it high-low, and to find some controller switches and the wires, the switches, and the buttons that controls whatever for doing alert or tack and cancel and fast forward, everything. So yeah. This is my first 3D printer. I'm going to use it in the near future. Maybe. So yeah. This is my first 3D printer that I'm going to print some sirens. I might making the electronic sirens, even electronic sirens. I'm gonna make the modulator and the TIs and Wheelins and yeah. Oh, and the ELWS 612, 1212, and yeah. Basically, the 1212 is very similar to the Sentry or to the 22. But yeah. But 1212 is the electronic, the old version electronic sirens. I like the 612. But yeah, I'll make all kinds of very cool sirens. Maybe not a lot. I don't know. Maybe I don't think I've been able to start make my own 3D print mini sirens. Like everybody has. To you, like, I don't know, like everybody, Eden Friedman, who makes a very cool 3D print 3D22 Cyclone, Sentries, Model 2s, Model 5s, any kinds of 3D print Omni sirens that you, Eden Friedman, if you're watching this, like you made a very cool 3D print sirens. And yeah. And then and BSC Productions, if you're watching this, you're very awesome making 3D print sirens stuff too. And Miles Peterson, 3D engineer, you're great siren models or siren designers that you ever made. And the rest of y'all, siren enthusiasts who makes very cool miniature sirens, y'all very cool. You guys do a very good job making cool 3D print sirens. But for me, I'm gonna try my best in the future, maybe, is making a 3D print sirens for the first time. After that, I'm gonna show you guys what I did made. For right now, there were blue, purple, pink, and maybe darkish, greenish, blackish color filaments that we only had. But I might get the yellow or a little bit of yellow, mixing yellow and orange filaments to see if I can make the Thunderbolt 2D22, the Sentries, Model 2s, and any kinds of sirens to make. And I'm gonna make the white filaments just to make a 2001s, and possibly white Sentries as well. But yeah, I don't think I want to make it too many sirens, but yeah. And the only thing I'm not really big fan of is the Super Cyrix, but I like the Super Cyrix siren, but yeah. So yeah, and then I will be printing my first let's see, I think in the ACA Hurricane. A Hurricane is similar to the Thunderbolt, but it's a Hurricane. It's a different kind of Hurricane siren. I mean, I see a Hurricane siren. I see millions of people 3D printing very cool 3D print sirens that you guys have. But yeah, Miles Peterson, BSC Productions, Eden Friedman, Snow Cube, and many other siren enthusiasts who makes very cool 3D print sirens. You guys are awesome. You're very cool 3D printer designing sirens. But yeah, that was so cool. So yeah, this was my first 3D printer, and I'm gonna print some sirens in the near future, probably. I'm going to get the color filaments first. I'm gonna get the blue one. I'm gonna get the yellow one, white one, possibly the red one for the fire siren. And yeah, I like the mixing orange and yellow color. I'm probably gonna make my first Valley Spring Thunderbolt with Elson 3. I like the west one and the east one, which I will make the Thunderbolt with Elson 3 over east and west in Valley Springs. I might possibly make the Madison Thunderbolt with Elson 3 the yellow kind. After I finish making Thunder, I'm gonna the only Thunderbolt I'm gonna make one in the near future is I'm gonna start making my first miniature Dallas Thunderbolt 1000. I'm gonna make those first. I might make the Dallas 1000T as well. But yeah, I'll start making the 1001 in Dallas at the fire stations, which I'll probably have to make a poll for it first. So yeah, that was my first video. To show you guys the 3D printer that we just got. So I'm gonna print my first sirens in the near future. So yeah. I'm just gonna say maybe. I'm not totally sure yet. Until I had to find some wire stuff to use. I don't think I'm able to make my own 3D print whatever sirens. I will make one. I might just make just a Thunderbolt 1000, 1000T, 1003, any kinds of sirens to make. And then I'm gonna start making a 2T or 3T22. And then 2001, 130, SRN DC, SRN, SRNB, Roundback, AC, and many more. Oh, and Equinox. Equinox is similar to the 2001 130, but the Equinox is the it sounds more like a 508 and a T128. And speaking of 508, also the Ferrocino 508 siren, I might make also the Eclipse and the T121s, ASC T128s, and yeah, whatever sirens I will probably have to make one in the near future. If I don't know how hard it takes, but yeah, I mean, if I don't know how hard, if I can't find the size, how it will the size that will fit into it, the size that would make the DC motor that would fit to a siren, chopper, and one for rotation. So yeah, and many other sirens to make, but I don't know yet. So yeah, that was the 3D printer, and now I'm going to show you what my dad just made for me. Here's his Thunderbolt right there, but that's not just a regular Thunderbolt. It's kind of like a bullhorn to me. But yeah, pretty cool, huh? She's got a little tiny strings inside of it. I don't know why they're sticking to it. They're little right wires, but they're not. But yeah, what do you guys think? Pretty cool, huh? But I would probably make my own 3D prints. Thunderbolt 1000. My first time, I might see if I could try to start 3D print my first, Thunderbolt sirens in the near future. I don't know. I know you guys asking me for requests to how you make these. Like, please do the alerter or, the Equinox or any types of sirens. I don't know yet because I just don't know how. I mean, it's gonna take a lot of hours, but we had to. They wanted to take turns to do to do printer stuff first before I can use it again to print some siren stuff. All right. So yeah, so this is Adam Siren Ventures, and that was the 3D printer showing for you guys. All right, thank you for watching, and see you guys later. And I'll show you maybe in the near future. I will show you guys the 3D print siren that I just made. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe in the near future. I don't know yet, but we'll see. All right, thank you for watching, and this is Adam Siren Ventures, and thank you for watching. Peace out, everybody. Have a good night.